Since don't leave.
Won't.
This time.
This time I've got it.
So, what on earth happened last time, guys?
I don't remember where we left off. I don't know if there was a cliffhanger.
We talked to
I'll let you know where we picked up last session. We picked up last session
Strong Brow.
The Strong Brews.
That's right.
I double check myself every time I say that. Strong Brows, Strong Brews, talking to Wang Liel, or Wendy as she insists on being called.
We got a rundown of kind of what like the mystery is. It's more than just murders, right? So somebody had come to town and wanted to start a brothel. People weren't happy with it. He got poisoned. We investigated his pardo and found that he had been working on making reference to an old woman. We think maybe the old woman is the town's beekeeper.
They don't allow bees here.
They don't allow bees here. The doctor is poisoned as well, I believe. Yes, the doctor is poisoned as well.
Was the third victim.
I did make notes, so holy shit.
I think the second victim was like a farmhand.
Yep, exactly.
Right?
That's right. Farmhand for the winery, the vineyard.
In the guy's van, no? Just kidding.
He was found in his home.
Yeah.
He was found in his home by his
daughter. We met Darla, or we know about Darla, who's Fig's daughter.
That's Figs is the victim. Darla is his daughter.
Jamie Wainthrope, the sheriff, who's in little over her head, and her best friend Jermaine, the deputy, who they've got kind of a like protective feeling towards the sheriff, and there is no romance between them.
No flirty vibes.
There is no flirty vibes between them. They just love each other platonically down to a molecular level.
For now.
The Rick and Jeremiah is the Mill Hotel owners. And one of them is growing mithril moss, and was selling to the doctor, but can't sell it off anymore. They have a daughter together.
Yes.
Okay. And then
you actually learned that she is the one currently off in Amman, training to replace the doctor that was killed.
There you go.
Oh, right.
She's completing her medical studies.
Yeah, and that's kind of, I think that's kind of where we left off. Trixie, yes, you have a question.
We all had dreams.
And we all had dreams.
Yes.
We all
So
had symbolic dreams.
You all made your way to stay the night at the Millside Motel, where Jamie had let them know that you guys were staying on the sheriff's tab, on the town's tab of sorts, and you guys all sat made your nights for yourselves, and you all did have individual dreams, some about inspiring your own personal fears or perils or struggles, some about the current problem you face, but you awaken after a night of odd dreams but otherwise restful sleep to a bright shining morning. The sun has just fully appeared over the horizon. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. It feels like it's going to be a warm and pleasant day here in the town of Flatborough. if anyone's sleeping in, feel free to go ahead and let me know. If anyone's waking up early, let me know. But what would you guys like to do as you wake up?
Ooh. Get some breakfast.
Okay. Jolly John heads into, and if I'm not mistaken, who were you? You were roomed with Grono, yes.
Oh,
Okay, so
Hey
Grono,
there,
are you up?
hey there, grown. You coming down for some eggs and grits?
this sounds good. Not sure grits, but eggs, all eggs, yes.
Well, you see, a grit is a very time-honored tradition where the outside needs to be permeated with water at a certain degree, and you got to do it from scratch.
It is at this moment that you both that the smell of
So my cousin Vinny reference, y'all.
I don't think
No?
anyone got that.
Nope,
I
I think
did.
yeah.
I
Thank
did.
you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. It is at this moment that the smell of freshly cooked meats and
Freshly cut breast.
nice pastry and a nice pastry-ish smell starts to waft through the open windows.
Oh dang, that doesn't smell like grits, but that smells pretty good.
I follow. We find out.
Yes. Well, hopefully you don't burn it, right? No, you only burn evil things. I understand. I get it.
You think
So
it's
you
me?
guys-
No.
So you guys head out of your rooms and
Yeah, I
back
think-
down.
I'm gonna say probably Prue is making coffee in our room.
I
I'm
would
just gonna assume that correctly. Of Gwendolyn.
Gonna correctly
Um,
assume that.
and
Good
I
assumption.
I smell whatever food, and then I take whatever rations we have, and I'm eating that instead
Okay.
because we're not to eat of this place.
Right. So our John and Grona, you are still proceeding to the lounge, or at least following the smell of the food.
Yeah, I'm not as worried about being poisoned as everybody else, I guess. So I'm,
All right. Well then,
I do
you
not
gu-
fear death. I embrace it.
Well then, yeah, you follow the smell of food and do end up making your way to the lounge, that which you and Grono actually had drinks in last night. So as you enter the lounge, you see Rick, the small halfling aquatic farmer and fisherman, sitting at the bar. He is kind of like bent over the bar, and he looks to be working on what looks to be is assembling a chair. And beside him, you can see a small push cart on which is carrying an assortment of what you see now are different disassembled pieces of chairs and stools and other small furniture. From the kitchen door behind the bar, you can hear Jeremiah's low dwarven voice singing a jolly melody in Dwarvish. There are a few patrons scattered around the lounge at this time. There wasn't anyone here last night, but now as you come in, there are, like I said, a few patrons scattered around the lounge. Some are sharing a quiet conversation over some casual drinks. A few are picking at the remains of a meal. Looks like a couple are just there having breakfast. Some are there, eating breakfast before they go to work. And then you also see one man who's hunched over a pint glass, just kind of like nodding into it. It's half full. It looks like maybe he showed up the second they opened, and maybe has not been to sleep yet. And but that is what lies before you in the lounge.
Maddie, I speak Dwarvish. What's he singing about?
Oh god damn it.
What's the song about? What's it about?
Fuck you. He's singing a song about a mermaid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's singing a song about a mermaid.
mountain mermaids, sure. Yeah.
Well, he is married to a fisherman.
Yeah. Mm.
Does the mermaid want to be up where they walk?
No, if you'd like,
Up
if
where
you'd
they
like,
Inspiration.
if
All
you'd like
day
a
in the
con-
sun.
here's a translation of what John hears. There came a time when her love left the harbor, stricken by loneliness, boldened by ale. She made a pact with the ocean's old father, and off she went swimming, not with legs but tail. She sang, row, boys, heave and a hoe, please row, boys, bring my sailor home. Oh, please row, boys, heave and a hoe, and I'll see him once again.
I play along with him.
You kind of hear him pause for a second and then sing louder.
Yeah.
But well, yeah, if you are if you continue playing after he completes his verse, he kind of comes out wiping his hands down with a rag and says, all right, now, who on earth was playing that beautiful music?
Well, that was me, Jolly John
Oh.
Barleywine. Nice to see you, friend.
He claps his hands together and says, I have never known anyone else to know the Mermaid Mistress, especially
I don't-
not,
I
especially
don't-
not the prequels.
I don't know it. I just was, noodling along. But, if I hear a melody, I'm going to pick it up. If somebody drops one,
Oh,
I'm
well,
right there to pick it up.
that was incredible. It's like it's like you knew the tune.
Well, music is the universal language.
Well, that's very true. I just finished the morning breakfast rush, but I remembered that we had guests, so I've cleaned it all up and we're ready to serve. If you'd like to order some food for breakfast.
Well, what if I were to accompany you in another song and say that breakfast may be gratis?
Are you using your bard? Do you
Trying
have
to
that bardic feature?
I mean, I do. I suppose. Do I?
I don't know. Let's check.
Oh no, that's a background feature.
Yeah.
No, I'm a guild artisan. No, but I am trying to persuade him.
Okay. Roll me a persuasion check.
You got it, buddy.
You say gratis or grits? I'm confused.
Oh, that's a 10.
A 10. I'm very sorry, my friend. You do play a beautiful song, but we did comp you 3 rooms and
No, that's fair. That's fair. And I flip
correct. Wait,
gold. Ding.
they were comped, right?
Sure.
Yes, they were comped.
Flip him a gold.
If they weren't, we'll give it back. We did have to comp you the rooms and we did got to make a living.
Certainly, but later let's jam.
Oh, absolutely. I'd love to.
Just a quick aside, does anybody remember a YouTube video that's a sketch in a snowy town where somebody has a candle for a hand?
Yeah, that's I showed you that, I think. That's I don't remember the guy's name, but
Okay.
he's it's hard to look up.
Yeah, never mind. Keep going.
I'm gonna look for it now.
Maddie, keep going.
So what he asks, if you just like the standard fare, or we have eggs, sausages, we have some pork. I could do some cakes. What would you like?
Eggs and grits, and if you got some bacon.
All right, eggs, pork, and some grits. How about you then, my other large fellow?
I just eggs, yes.
Oh, just eggs. Any particular style?
From birds.
I mean, scrambled or poached or over
Yes.
easy. Oh, okay. Just an array, I guess, or maybe just a big scramble. Understood. Right. All right. Will your friends be joining us at any point?
I think that's when Yams and Trixie walk down the stairs. Yams sing, Yeah, and I think that basically covers my top 20 greatest fears in life. Yeah.
I am so glad that we shared that together. Don't you feel like we're just best friends now, Yams? Yams and Tricks, Tricks and Yams.
I definitely don't think anyone knows me better. Probably not even my own kid.
Point of order: there are no stairs. It is a swinging door on a single level. It's really like motels, like Motel 6 style, almost like a single level, really extended with like a porch, and then where I guess like the office would be is like an entrance to the lounge, and then there's the main office. So yeah, but you guys push in, and Jeremiah goes, "Oh well, I was just asking your friends here about breakfast. Can I get you guys anything? We've got," and he repeats off what he has.
None for me right now. I'm intermittent fasting.
Oh, well, you're such a slight thing, little dearie. You shouldn't worry too much about that. But all right. How about you, sir?
Just I don't know. I'll have what he's having.
Who are you pointing to?
I'm not.
Oh no. All right then. A mix of sort eggs, grits, and bacon it is. Also, point of order, Yams. I meant to ask, as an Aarakocra, are your wings on your arms, or do you have arms and then wings on your back?
They're separate things. Yeah.
Okay.
Very explicitly.
Okay.
I know. Sorry. I get
Yeah,
away
no,
with this
that fight really opened my eyes to some stuff. Gotta find a way to get you on the ground, bud.
There's a reason DMs don't let you play Aarakocra.
Yeah, I know that, but I hate those things. I figure if there's something that a certain character can do, then let's let him do it. But you got to find ways to, you can find ways to get him to counteract it.
No, sorry, Maddie, you misunderstand. I originally made this character to play when Dane was DMing, so I made it intentionally difficult.
Right.
This was the pumpkining. This was for the pumpkining.
Right. Well, anyway. All right. So if he doesn't see anyone else coming in, he kind of says, "Well, I'll get that out to you in a few moments. Can I interest you in some juice or water or some tea, coffee for breakfast?" Water, tea, juice, coffee. No one? All right.
I'll take
None for me.
coffee. God dang.
Right.
I'm going to assume Trixie has had some snacks of the rations in the room before she came out.
Gotcha. Copy. Okay. So he bustles back, and are you guys finding a table to wait for Prue and Nish, or are you guys just sitting at the bar next to Rick?
Yeah, I'm just at the bar.
Okay.
I'll be at the bar just because Jolly John is, but eyeing that hearth.
You're eyeing that hearth? Yeah, it is still crackling merrily.
I got my eye in you, hearth.
Yams, Trixie, where are you guys at?
If that's where our friends are, that's where Trixie is.
We're all at the bar.
Okay. So yeah.
Where everybody knows our name.
Okay.
Cheers, everyone.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love you guys.
I'm not drinking, but I just want a glass so I can clink it around.
I think Niche is Frasier in this scenario.
Frasier?
Yeah.
Yeah, from Cheers.
Oh yeah, yeah. I forgot
was in
about
Cheers.
that part. Is it because of my word choice? Which is to say limited.
I mostly I was trying to work into the fact that Frasier was in Cheers because it's funny every time to me.
Pretty great.
Anyway. Now that the Cheers reference is over. So yeah, you guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like eventually we make our way down, but like we're fed. I'm feeling okay because because Prue, man, Prue. I'm sure Prue turned the rations into something like pretty good.
Probably.
You know, like looked at the rations, was like, ugh. And I like deconstructed, reconstructed something.
Made a really nice breakfast burrito.
Hey, there you go.
When I come down and see that people are eating the food, I'm sort of making like evil eyes, like,
Yeah, by the time you guys before you guys come in, if you're coming in by the time they're eating, Rick kind of sees you guys sit down and kind of sets the chair that he's assembling down on the bar and kind of turns his stool towards you guys and said, hey, excuse me, hey, I just wanted to apologize for last night. That you saw me in a rare moment of anger and frustration. I'm dealing with it. It's a problem that I have. But I just wanted to apologize and hope that I didn't put you off too much.
Insight check.
Okay. What do
I also
you
remember this interaction, but I don't sort of remember how it was resolved.
Oh, okay. So what happened last night? You guys, when you got to the Millside Motel, the first thing that happened was as we were walking up to the front office, a chair crashed through the front window.
Oh, that's right.
And then you walked in on Rick having a like shouting his head off, red in the face, sort of not at Jeremiah, but sort of to Jeremiah, like just like looked like he was like mid rage vent, and Jeremiah was able to cool him down. He then turned, saw that you had witnessed his rage, and got all raged up again and stormed into the back, slamming doors and like what you assumed was breaking more things. So you see him now.
Okay, so okay.
You see him now, assumedly repairing the things that he has broken, because Jeremiah let you know that was his. That's how he repays. That's how he makes up for breaking everything. Is that he's a good woodworker and he repairs everything.
He's a good little work boy.
Yeah.
And we didn't hear what they were arguing about or what he was venting about.
You actually, Prue did. Prue was able to listen in on a conversation that they were having later in the evening at the bar. He has been growing an illegal nautical crop called mithril moss.
That's right.
He's been growing it specifically. He was growing it specifically for Dr. Stoll. Is the information you guys found. And now that this Dr. Stoll has been murdered, he's no longer growing it, but he has like this like backlog stock of mithril moss that he has enough of this this contraband shit that he has that he doesn't know what to do with now. So he was
it's a crime. Okay.
Yeah, basically. That he doesn't know what to do with.
A crime, you say?
He assumed that he was he can't get, he said he heard that he can't give it to someone else because he that was using it for the same way the doctor was, because he doesn't know how the doctor was using it. He just assumed it was for some medical purpose. So he is kind of, shit out of luck. He's up shit's creek right now without a paddle, and he doesn't know what to do. And,
no Eugene Levy.
Yeah.
Do we know why mithril moss is illegal? Or, well, I guess we don't know anything about it except for Prue yet. So never mind.
I think Prue told Nish.
Okay.
I think Prue told Nish when she got back to her room, and yeah, if that comes to light at any point, you can make a history check.
See if Nish shares.
Yeah. JJ, what'd you roll for insight, and what are you trying to
to see if he's being genuine?
Okay.
Or if he's trying to just butter us up.
Okay, gotcha.
To see the manipulation. I only got an 11, but Miss Trixie got a 24.
Okay. Well, I'd say both of you can can tell this is coming from a very genuine place.
Aw.
He looks kind of uncomfortable right now. Like he's kind of fidgeting still with one of the legs. He's kind of like of the chair. He's kind of rolling it on the bar, and he's like not quite making eye contact with you for very long. But you can tell like if this guy had a therapist, this was probably something his therapist told him to do, or in this case, probably something Jeremiah is having him do. Like to kind of work on his issues.
Oh, don't worry, friend. We understand. Accidents happen. This is your place of work. Treat it how you wish. We're just guests here, and we're happy to be here.
And I am very happy to have you as guests at my business. I truly am. I do appreciate your business, and I genuinely hope I didn't put you off to it at any point. Well, what are your names? I'm Rick Fire Silverbrace. You can call me Rick. I'm the owner and proprietor here. Well, Jeremiah really runs the bar, but this is kind of his thing. But if you tried a bourbon, it's so good.
I will be sure to imbibe that later. My name is Jolly John Barley Wine. You can call me Jolly John. You can call me JJ. Some folks call me Jibbles Jabbles. But I come from far and wide and bring many a tale to share with the folks around me at any given point. And I'd be proud to say that I've stayed at your establishment throughout my time here in town. And these, of course, are my compatriots. They also call me Jolly John or Jojo or, various types of combinations
God,
of
long-winded
those
one,
things.
aren't you? Jeez, another J name.
Another J name. No, I've noticed it's a whole thing in your
It's a
whole
whole fucking thing in this
It
town.
makes me feel at home. Makes me feel like down from where I'm from, down in the
Well,
bayou.
I forgot about the J name thing.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
J name thing, and we're all J's. And
You've met them all we met them all like one after another too. So like, Rick turns to you and to you, Rona. And how about you, big guy?
With a mouthful of eggs. Bruno.
Oh, yeah. At this point, Jeremiah has come out with eggs, some bacon. He's got a stack of pancakes as well, just kind of there for communal. And then a big plate of eggs for you, and the same for you, Jolly John has. But yeah, with a big mouthful of eggs.
Bruno.
Grobo. Okay.
no, this is Grono. He's
Grono. Oh, okay. Grono. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. Don't get many of your folk around here, so pleasure to have you. And how about you, Abercoco Price, sir?
Oh, well, nice to meet you. I'm Yams Sparkling.
Yams Sparklet. Pleasure to meet you. That's an interesting name there. I enjoy that name. It's
Well, thank you. I got it for my birthday.
That's a good one. Oh yeah. If anyone says, hey, yeah, I might steal that. And and you, miss. Looking at you, Trixie.
Oh, hello.
Okay.
And she extends her hand, like
He
back of
takes
the
it
hand
and
facing.
kind of shakes it awkwardly.
All right. Well, I'm Trixie Rockawiska McMalcafella something. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Fabulous establishment, really top notch. We've had a superb time so far.
Oh, well, I'm very glad to hear it, Miss Rocket. Yeah.
You've got it close enough.
Trixie,
We all know
pleasure.
my last name. I will say my third husband definitely had a rage problem as well. He used to count to 10. I don't know if you've ever considered that, but sometimes my ex-husband used to count to 10. He would be like, Trixie, I'm so mad at you. And then I would be like, count to 10. He would say, okay, fine. And he would go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then he would still be mad.
Jeremiah had me try that same thing. And funny, same thing happened.
It's a
It just-
universal
it-
truth. Counting doesn't work.
Yes, it is at this point that Nish and Prue do enter.
And I'm kind of glaring at the ones eating, and I sit down without a word.
And is this and yeah. This is another member of your party?
Yeah, this is Nish, Ice Howler, and our friend
Prudence.
Prudence.
Oh, well, pleasure to meet you. I am Rick Fire Silver Brace. You can call me Rick. I'm the owner proprietor here. We met briefly last night, and I wanted to apologize for my behavior. I have a bit of an issue. I'm trying to work on it, and I sincerely hope I did not put you off to our business.
I kind of grin. I look at the half broken chairs, and like I look back at him, and I say, if you want to get out the aggression, and I kind of put my hands up as if like not a catcher. What are the punching pads? You know what I mean? I'm trying to give
Mitts.
that across.
Yeah.
Because what race is this guy?
He's a halfling.
He's a little guy. He's a little guy.
So I'm
Wait,
even more
I have
enormous than
I have an
ever
image of
before.
him. I have an image of him. One moment. He looks like.
He look like a this.
Do you see this?
Oh, yeah,
I do.
He look like a that. And Jeremiah, his husband, looks like a this.
Hey.
Sorry, I have a quick question about his look. Is that eyeliner canon, or is that just?
That's not eyeliner. That is just heavy, like hooded eyes. He looks very tired. He looks like he's often up late and like sleeps, like goes to sleep late and wakes up early.
Fair enough.
So my intent with my comment is kind of just being playful, like knowingly playful with this new person.
So I assume that you can take a few hits. Well, if I ever need to rumble, I'll let you know. And like, yeah, if you guys do look, this halfling, he's pretty cut. Like he's like muscular in the way that, like, you know, fishermen seem to be muscular. It's just like his muscles just seem to naturally flow into each other, but they are he's definitely looks pretty strong. So yeah, you guys enjoy your breakfast. Is there anything you'd like to do before you head out for the day? The town is yours.
I suppose we should be meeting up with the sheriff and heading over to the doctor's office. I think that might be our next order of business. And at some point today, I think checking in on the beekeeper might be behooving our investigations.
Oh my gosh, you guys, you know, it would be such a fun thing if we all went around and told everybody about our dreams. Isn't that so fun? People love hearing about dreams that other people had. And we could go around in a circle. We could all tell about our dreams. And we could say whether or not the people in this group were in the dreams, or if they weren't, and if they were different people in the dreams. And then we could talk about how we had dreams about other people that nobody in this group knows, and explain why the dream is interesting.
I gotta tell you, I don't tend to remember my dreams.
Can I
such a bummer.
I guess I kind of look over and I, with a raised eyebrow, what did you dream of, Trixie Rock of Malmers?
Is Rick still around?
Yes, he is.
Oh.
He does he's just kind of so you guys are, I'm sorry, wrong accent. So you guys here investigating, I see.
Oh, we didn't tell you?
Are we telling people, or are we keeping that under wraps? I mean, now he knows because he's not a stupid fellow, but in the future, I guess we should figure out, are we just enough? I mean, everyone kind of knows. I mean, this is a small town, everyone knows it, and the sheriff knows it, and she's not making it a secret that we're
Yeah,
so,
no.
yes.
Rick, there have been several poison and murders, and we're here to take care of them.
I've heard. Yeah.
So really, when you think about it, you know, eating this here breakfast is like a huge compliment to your establishment. Shows how trusting we are.
Yeah, that we're actually eating your victuals is
what are
something
you,
to be
what are you
said.
implying?
because there's a poisoner in town, you know.
If there's somebody here poisoning folks, they could have poisoned this food and you wouldn't even know about it.
This is just like
You're not implying that my fucking husband had anything to do with it.
That's
right?
not what we're saying at all.
Good,
If you
you're
listen
saying
to
I'd
our
have to
words
toss you
very
outta here.
particularly, it's if somebody were to have poisoned this food. And the fact of the matter is we are indeed eating it, and we have not cast any aspersions upon you or your silky voiced
Roll a persuasion check.
partner.
Roll a persuasion check. You touched a nerve, and his anger's quick.
Could I hear the Jeremiah voice again, though?
Jeremiah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
down.
right.
He's down here.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Down here.
No.
Oh,
Anybody want to help me? No.
I was
Okay.
trying to say I was helping by like retro.
no, yeah. I did hear someone else chime in.
Well, I mean, I was in there doing
Yeah,
my best
yeah.
as well.
Yams. Yeah, go ahead and give me a
Yams or me?
advantage. Go. You can roll with advantage. You were the one leading. Okay, that was what you needed.
Thank
What
God.
you needed. God, yeah, really. Jesus
Get
Christ.
popped in the
Rolled a
nose.
1, then rolled a 3. He's like, well, kind of a backhanded compliment, but all right.
I think
I'll
it
take
would be helpful though if you kept it to yourself that we do eat. We don't want to spread that information around. So
Yeah, don't tell
anyone else in the
everyone
town
that we eat food, huh?
Oh.
Don't let them know that we eat food. That'll be our
Uh,
little secret.
all right. Well, yeah, it's definitely an odd occurrence here. We don't get much excitement around these parts, you know.
Sure. Well, what could you tell us, Rick? What could you tell us about do you know anything about the doctor?
The doctor?
Yeah, they passed away, we've been told. And what would you know about the doctor that might aid us in our investigation?
I mean, I knew of her. I saw her for a cold once or twice.
No close contact, no regular
Not really. No.
insight check. I mean, I know.
Go
right?
ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, make an insight check.
20.
20.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. You can see he's very clearly lying to you.
Would you know that perhaps she had any access to poisons herself? Anything to do with exotic plants or animals that might be able to be distilled into anything?
I wouldn't know anything about any of that, honestly. I was just a patient of hers.
Sure you were, Rick. Sure you were.
Listen, I don't like your tone very much. So
I can't help myself, my friend. This is just the way of the simple bard.
he is always like this.
yeah, well, maybe you want to come check your friend because he's not really making me too happy right now.
Fair
And
enough.
he kind of gathers up the stuff and calls out, "Honey, I'm going out to the river." And he kind of casts you guys a look and pushes that cart and bursts and like kind of slams out a back door.
I do believe I soured him against us. I apologize, friends.
He is a person in town with a hair trigger.
Oh, that's all right, Jolly. You know, easy come, easy go, they say.
Yeah, they do say that.
I'm sure we'll have another opportunity to butter him up a little bit further when we come back.
So I guess that is the question. Are we? What is our first stop as a group? I think it should be to pick up the sheriff and head over to the doctor's office.
I think that's totally fair. But now that Rick's gone, I do want to tell you my dream. Independent of the fun game that I was talking about earlier.
Certainly.
I dreamt about honey. And I definitely think there's something to that. And I definitely think we should talk about this bee business because I think there was that oatmeal in that place. And I think honey has something to do with it. those are my thoughts. I'm really excited about honey. Oh gosh, I really wish I could have some tea with honey in it right now. That sounds so delicious.
Too bad the bartender stormed off down to the river.
Can we go
No,
ahead
the
not gonna drink
bartender
that.
didn't. The bartender didn't. His husband did.
Oh, can we go ahead and say it's canon that Prue comes up with a glass of hot tea with honey in it?
Yeah.
I think she does. And then I go, oh yes, wait, this isn't
I
the
would
town's honey,
not
right?
put it
This is
past
our
her.
own honey.
Go
Hmm?
ahead. What?
I was asking Prue, who is
Oh.
here,
Oh.
that this is
She
from
go-
our
yeah,
stock.
she says it's my own private stash.
Yes.
Good.
She kind of
Prue
holds up a little small
And
glass vial.
Imprusion.
No.
Oh, it's actually not
Can
honey,
we
it's
take away
agave. Even
inspiration?
better.
I don't have any, baby. That's my secret cap. I'm always uninspired.
So yeah, so you guys are finishing up your breakfast. What's this? Where are you going? What you doing?
Yeah,
Let's
we
swing by
had-
the sheriff, pick her up.
Yeah.
Tell her all about our dreams, and then go by the doctors.
I was gonna say, if you guys would like, I can like replay the last couple minutes of our last session and on a screen share. If you guys would like a recap on the dreams specifically.
I remember mine.
Remember mine full of buzzing.
Wait, yours was about buzzing?
Yes.
I legit don't remember mine.
Buzzing?
It was a month
Honey.
ago.
Yeah, it was like a month ago.
I remember mine completely. So
Tell us.
Who doesn't
I
remember theirs?
remember yellow substance on the glass, and then the sunlight hit it, and so it looked like yellow goopy stuff. And I went, oh,
Mm.
honey.
Like honeydew. Oh, get it. Grono, what was yours?
Buzzing.
Oh, right.
Buzzing.
Yeah. Sure.
But yeah, do you want to remind us? our things, Maddie?
Well, you guys got all yours. I'm having trouble remembering Nish's
Yams.
no, I can remember Yams. I'm having trouble remembering yours, John. And
It's
Nish.
okay. I was
but-
last and you had forgotten to do mine anyway. So it
That's
wasn't a
He
part
doesn't-
of the plot and
He
it's
doesn't,
fine.
re-
right.
he doesn't remember what his dream was, but he did remember the slight. You
Yeah.
gotta respect the petty.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. Okay. I do remember Yams. You
I
had a
was
dream.
flying after my brother and getting caught.
You
in
were
the
racing him.
Oh,
Yeah, you were
right.
racing him like you used to back home. And
Yeah. That was my brother Potato, right?
Yeah.
yeah, your brother Potato.
Okay.
Yam and potato, right?
Yeah, and every time you look back over your shoulder, like you'd look once and it was Potato, and then you look back and it was a like a frog-like creature in a dark hood, kind of jumping after you.
Oh, I forgot the frog thing. Okay, thank you.
And Nish, I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
what I-
is it so? I don't know that I've even really told you a lot about or anything really about a backstory situation. What is it? Are they typically tied to the backstory?
some of it?
Because we could, I could maybe add in a thing if you would allow.
Sure, go ahead.
Because I don't remember what it was. I mean, 100% I don't remember.
Yeah,
But just the idea of hunger and of loss, in whatever that means.
hunger and of loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a dream of a house kind of bent to one side, and a swinging door. And I'm just making this up as I go.
Yeah.
A swinging door, and it kind of pushed you through the door into a dark room, and standing in the room is the figure of a small girl, maybe about between the ages of like 12 and 16, somewhere around that size. And she's standing over a kind of formless, like shapeless form. It's just like it looked like a detailless form, just like on the ground in a pool of red. And when you looked at her face, it was kind of this like weird doll-like face, and half of it was smiling and half of it was crying.
Oh my God.
I'm glad I've forgotten that one.
I just made that up.
Yeah, just
so,
off the top of your head,
Oh,
huh,
oh,
Maddie?
Off the
Jesus
dome
Christ.
piece, baby.
yeah.
What?
So that
Maddie, are
yeah.
you okay?
and then it and then a bunch of buzzing flies came
yeah,
out of
sure.
its mouth and consumed you.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, thank God. I was really worried we weren't going to have, consumption by flies.
Oh yeah, no. Body horror is definitely a part of all my games.
Yeah. Cool.
So Prudence had a dream about her grandmother. About it was a memory that she had of her grandmother several times, but she had trouble, but she was having trouble remembering. It was different somehow, but she's having trouble remembering how.
I'm gonna DM you a whisper. DM.
Go ahead.
It's not important. It's not important for the second or anything, but just so you know.
So okay, so you guys are heading to the sheriff's office?
Yeah.
Okay. So you head to the sheriff's office, you pick up Jamie Wainthrope. She is there with medical files on all of the the two medical reports on the two victims other than Dr. Stoll. These are Dr. Stoll's autopsy notes. And she has those for you if you'd like to inspect them.
Yes,
Okay. So on the walk over, where are you going exactly? You're going to victim number 2's house or or the doctor's office?
I suggested the doctor's office itself.
Okay. Is that the consensus?
Anybody?
Okay.
Yep.
So you head to the doctor's office, and on the way you are perusing the autopsy files. You find that Dr. Stoll's notes are rather brief, but they confirm what you had heard, that all of the victims, that both, or at least both victims, had similar symptoms at the end. They were, oh, whoops, sorry, I was getting a call. Sorry, I'm trying to find. Okay. Yes, you find that they all were found covered in with a bloody vomit, either on them or nearby. Lost my place. Oh yeah. Their eyes were red and puffy, and their mouth and throat were red and swollen, and their tongue was completely purple. That is how both victims were found. You find there were no puncture wounds or injections or any kind of like place where it could have been like I guess there were no wounds in them where they could have received the poison. And from the doctor's notes, it seems conclusive that and from the intestines of the victims, that it was digested. It was ingested somehow.
Yay.
And you also see that the second victim, Mr. Figs, was his liver, his bladder, a lot of his internal organs were in severe in severe trauma from excessive alcohol consumption.
Cool.
Is what the note says.
Yeah. Can I go ahead and you said they were very brief. Can I look for any glaring omissions that would normally be in something of this nature?
Sure. Make an investigation check. And Trixie, what were you gonna say?
Could I make a medicine check?
I mean, I mean, doctor's notes, medicine.
Yeah, I know,
I
but
mean,
this is more investigating documents and not really doing for like the medicine skill I've always like used as like, you know, knowledge of medicine and like performing medical procedures.
Yeah, knowledge
How
of
would you
medicine, like
know-
what's typically in doctor's notes. Like,
You
How
know
would
what?
know
Okay,
what's
yeah, you've
omitted?
convinced me. Or you've convinced me, and
Woo!
I've kind of convinced myself.
Spencer just rolled a persuasion check right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, okay. While they are brief and what there is nothing missing from what you can see, this is just the result of a doctor who maybe just didn't care. Kind of just didn't. Oh yeah, you have a plus 6 in medicine. You have a plus 6 in medicine. Yeah, this was someone who was kind of just like, you know, just going through the motions. Didn't really have any heart to it. Wasn't really kind of, you know, yeah. What wasn't interested in the findings. Just found them. So yeah,
Gotcha.
nothing glaringly omitted. If there's anything specific that you're looking for, I can let you if Maddie have forgotten to mention that you think should be there, let me know and I'll let you know if it is.
No, I'm happy. Thank you.
Okay. And anyone else? Yes, Trixie.
Good question. So second victim, other than notes from the effects of the poisoning, the only other medical finding was that he had long-term damage from alcoholism.
Say again. Repeat that one more time. You broke up for me a little bit.
Well, damn it. So you,
Just
so
for
you
me,
were
I think.
you were saying the findings for both victims outline the cause of death and the effects of the poison.
Mhm.
And in the second victim, there's also noted chronic damage from alcoholism.
Yes.
Are there any others? Does it specifically mention how acute the poison reaction was? Like, is there any evidence of dosing over time or a built-up reaction, or it looks like it was like an immediate thing from, you know, is there any evidence of how long the reaction took to take place following ingestion of the material?
None that is noted in these files.
Okay.
She
Yeah,
just
you can't-
didn't care.
Yeah,
And-
you can't find any.
Yeah.
Yeah, this doctor really did not kind of look too deep into this.
But in the first victim, there's no sign in any of the organs of chronic damage. or
in the
chronic
first victim,
disease.
in the
Yeah.
first victim,
Yeah.
not as. I mean, there were signs that like, I mean, noted like average liver or like he was an
Average for
average
age.
drinker. He was an
Yeah.
average drinker for his age, I guess you'd say. But this guy, the second guy, was obviously a heavy alcoholic.
Heavy alcoholic.
Yeah.
And is the actual cause of death damage to certain organs from poison, like organ failure? Was it from asphyxiation of their swollen tongue, or was it dehydration from vomiting or asphyxiation on the vomit?
It
Got a
looked
doctor
as
here, y'all.
if
I just want this. I want to know.
it looks as if it was asphyxiation, and at some point their hearts, one of the arteries in their hearts seemed to explode.
Okay.
Your classic aortic dissection.
Yeah.
Damn,
That
I
kind of
almost
vibe.
got the word right.
So like probably couldn't counteract the effects of the poison with an EpiPen.
I mean,
I guess that's my other question is,
there are absolutely no notes about how to counteract.
yeah, okay,
None.
very good.
Yeah, this doctor was not an investigative mortician. He wasn't an ME. She wasn't an ME. She was just the town doctor.
We're having a conversation.
Yeah,
with
I
Dwayne
can
Dillon.
see that.
This is dumb. This is not a good idea. This is not the way to play this game. She said she'd be here in 7 minutes as well. Why are we doing this?
Because it's Dylan, so they need to know now.
Oh, sorry.
to know.
Or are you sure? it's not
24
because we all-
messages.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Are you sure it's not because we're all easily distracted?
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
sorry,
making
what? I
that.
wasn't listening. What did you say?
Show of hands, how many people here have ADD?
Why do you think we're DMs? Anyway,
Yeah. It's how we have to engage with the material constantly.
yep. So yeah, that is what you find. And as we're kind of discussing, did anyone else have any other questions about the medical files?
What kind of paper was it written on?
Yellowed parchment and written in quill.
Good answer.
How would we read this doctor's handwriting? Am I right?
Oh, what's the deal with doctor?
What's the
Boy,
deal?
How
I
you
just
know it
flew
wasn't
into
a real
town and
doctor?
my arm's tired.
Take your inspiration and get
Yeah,
the
'cause I'm
fuck
a
out.
bird.
All right.
I don't want it for that.
I don't want it.
I don't even
dirty.
want it.
I don't
feel
even want
dirty.
it for that.
Okay. So you guys arrive at Dr. Stoll's office, and since Dylan said they're going to be here in a few minutes, why don't we take our little bio break?
Oh, I just got
And-
cozy.
Yeah, I just got cozy.
Oh.
Okay, well, we'll be back in 5 minutes, and we can continue our story.
All
All righty.
right, bye everyone. Hi.
No.
I took out my contact lenses.
Woohoo.
I'm a new man. Look at you, D&D man, with your tankard.
Oh yeah, Emmeline for Christmas.
Oh, that's
Like
great.
saw it at Home Goods or something. She's like, Dad needs this. So that was her present to me this year.
That's pretty solid.
That's a
very
solid gift.
Yep. I'm like, I know just what to do with this.
Nice.
How's it going, Spencer? How's the job? You still telling people what to do?
The Japanese guy who knows a lot more than me got back into town, so
Okay.
I can go back to relying on him way more than I should. Pretty stoked about that.
That's great, man.
I do have to tomorrow. I have to like go in super early. Not excited about that.
Why would you be?
It's like I normally wake up at 8:30, and you want me to like be in the clean room by then? Oh God.
No bueno. Hey, it's Dylan. Yeah. Welcome, welcome. Nobody wants to be clean at 8:30, Spencer. Nobody.
My body is
No.
ready.
Body's ready. So what you did miss, in all actuality, nobody went blind. That was my joke.
I was so livid. I was like, you guys.
No,
you had
essentially
one
we woke
job,
up.
and that was to know that Prue was gonna cook for you always.
Trixie
No, seriously,
did not eat the food. 'cause
the
she
only
texted
thing that we
Prue.
did is we woke up and ate breakfast. That is it.
Literally all that happened.
I'm
Yeah.
so excited. I'm glad I didn't miss mine.
Yeah, you're right here with it. I pissed off the proprietor of the inn that we're staying at.
Because you were
Little bit.
trying to get in that lady's panties, right?
It's right up in there.
Right up in there.
No,
Whoa.
that was completely unrelated, actually.
Yeah.
How'd you piss him off?
So we're at the Mill Inn with the two dudes, the gay couple who owns it,
Yeah.
and one of them's real mad and one of them's real glad. And
You bring out the
They
best
are
in each other.
mad and
Sorry.
glad.
It's not in character, but can someone call him Short Fuse at some point, please? Thank you.
no, I probably will. And we're picking up the sheriff and we're on our way to the doctor's office. I don't know how much you remember, Dylan, but 3 people have died. One was from out of town who wanted to start a brothel. One was
I remember everything.
the farmhand, and the other was the doctor.
Dylan's on it.
Dylan's on it. Hey,
Dylan's
Emily,
got it.
can I ask you a professional question?
Yes.
How much
Can
is
you
your
look at my eye real
copay
quick?
for me to
Yeah,
ask
come
you?
to the camera. Sorry, what did you say, Dave?
How much would it be in copay if I ask you a question over Zoom right now?
Oh, it would be 3 cookies.
Oh,
Aw.
I'll bring them right over.
I'm like
How-
a Keebler elf. I take payment in cookies.
Hell yeah.
How bad is it to keep your contacts in tap water?
Oh my God, that's so bad.
Okay,
You did
Don't-
not.
I'll go get some contact solution, I swear.
Oh, honey, no.
Wait, are you out
honey.
of solution? Is that the problem?
Yeah, I don't know where it
Oh.
is, so I use tap
Um,
water.
You wear soft lenses.
I do.
Oh, yeah, that's so bad. Please don't do that.
Okay.
Why
Well,
is it
Dave-
bad? A legitimate
Dave,
that's
all
a
you have to-
legitimate question.
No, guys, I got the solution here. Dane, just pour some salt in there too.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Then it makes them tears.
What if I use Gatorade?
No, there are.
What if I use my saliva?
Mm, no.
What was that? Had to leave the audio for a minute. What was going on?
Why
Talking about
doesn't
putting
he
your
use his saliva?
I'm wondering what I could shove in my eyeballs.
no,
Is it-
like tap water's the last thing you want to use
Okay.
because there are
Gatorade
like,
comes before tap water. You hear that's we paid a copay. It was
Yeah,
Are we
cookies.
trying to
That's-
find?
That's
Hey,
canon.
Hey,
That's
pee
canon.
Pee is sterile, right?
Pee
Yeah.
is sterile. You could use pee, Dane.
Are we
You should
trying to
use
figure
pee.
out like how to wash your eyes out the best, or like eye drops, or what?
Well, we're trying to figure out how fucked Dane's eyes are right now from using tap water for his contact lenses.
Oh
No, it's one of those.
dude.
Thank you. It's one of those things where it's like 99% of the time nothing's going to happen, but 1% of the time one
You
person's going
die.
to get a parasitic infection that can blind you.
Hey, Dane, Jake's friend Simon.
I was gonna bring up Simon just now.
Yeah.
He went blind in one eye, but that was from contact solutions. So
That's true.
he got a lot of money. He got a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
Good for him.
Not enough to bring his eye back,
No.
but
Still
No,
missing one of those.
I remember reading that about that lawsuit. Like,
oh,
about
you
that
know
class.
about it.
Well, yeah, there was one
She's-
brand
she's
of
an
there
eye
was
doctor.
a brand of contact lens solution that like everybody got. I think it was acanthamoeba. I don't remember
It was more than one person though, so he was a
Yeah.
part of it.
if it was the one that I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
was
it
it
was a couple years ago.
Bausch and Lomb?
Oh, I Simon and I don't talk about his contact solution.
Why not?
brands.
No, anyways,
He was not the only one. No.
I don't know. It's been many years since I read about that lawsuit. I just remember it being a thing.
Hey,
I won't.
Maddie, you want to DM a D&D game?
Yeah.
I'm
you should- you
having
should
fun
DM
just
it.
listening to people talk. I'm just stoned.
Oh, you're so cute.
I've missed you guys
Missed you
so
too, buddy.
much.
Aww.
I was like,
Like-
we need to wrap up dinner.
No,
I'm
like
trying to-
genuinely, like okay, like
I need to go hang out with my friends.
real life moment for
Yeah.
2 seconds.
Tell us.
Depression's been kicking my
Aw.
ass for the last like month and a
Aw.
half,
I hear you, bud.
and like this game has been, I've been looking forward to it for so long.
That's good.
So
We're here for you.
Yeah, not just to play, but to see you guys really. So I love you guys.
D&D does wonders for mental health. Like,
It do. It
So
do.
Go
good.
do you guys though.
Yeah. Talking
So do you
about
guys.
peeing
I
in our
like D&D
eyeballs.
with you guys, okay?
As I've stated
Aw.
multiple times, I am in it for the chit chat.
Yeah, that's right. The role
Also-
play is secondary and the mechanics way down there.
Mechanics way down here.
I'm in
Strategy.
it for
far
the
down.
sex and murder.
I think we've rolled at least 5 dice tonight.
I
At
mean,
least and a dice.
you asked for a heavy role play aspect. You asked for a murder
Yes.
mystery.
No, we did. And that's what we're getting. And I love it. Oh,
That's-
also, we forgot to talk about Muko.
Oh
the
yeah,
homeless
and
boy.
Muko as
Oh,
well, the
yeah.
wild child.
Wild Muko boy.
Hold
Do
on.
we
wait,
care
I'll
about
pull up-
him?
Yeah, because
Pull up his
he's
photo.
He's a little dirty child.
he's
Do
our
we as
he's our
players
trash baby.
or do the characters?
He's a little trash.
Oh,
baby.
I don't think our characters care about him, but we as people care about Moko. Our
I don't know if I care about him.
we've never seen this picture before.
That's actually
what?
pretty cute.
No way.
That's pretty cute.
It's
Yeah,
a
I don't know if you
good
showed us
picture.
this
Oh,
last
no,
time.
No,
I
you
remember
didn't.
On
this.
bird nest in his hair.
Muko.
Yeah,
Muko.
the town, the story you got about him, just a reminder. Muko simply appeared in town one day being chased out of the orchard by old Simeon after being caught stealing apples. The town came together to decide what was to be done with the child who could not speak anything other than the word Muko. It was Grandma Linda who convinced the town to simply let him be, that if he wasn't causing any harm and wasn't taking more than he deserved, as any living creature does, why interfere? They must let him warm up to them and decide for himself if he wants to be part of the community. And so it was. Muko, as the town came to call him, can always be seen peeking from the shadows of the town, always watching, looking for food, or learning more of the things that interest him. He and then some other information that you don't need to know.
But we want to know it.
Of course you do.
Is it juicy?
Like
It-
that pie he's eating.
or
Ooh.
maybe where he sleeps.
He
Maybe-
sleeps in the pie?
He sleeps in the pie.
Hey, Maddie, where are you getting all this art? Because they were all pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
just-
killing it with the art, bud.
I'm Googling shit. I'm just Googling stuff.
Oh, you're good at
Pinterest
that
has
simple
always been
food.
really good.
Like, okay, I'm still upset about like that Jamie. This was the best picture I could find for my approximation of Jamie. But yeah, the other art I think is okay. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, that does look like Cowboy Barbie.
Jamie reminds me of Rainbow Bright.
Rainbow
Oh.
Bright, yeah. You got that going too.
Well, hey, do me one quick favor. Catch
We did.
Dylan up on your dreams real quick.
Oh, right.
Because I have to make a very quick phone call.
I didn't dream about anything important because Maddie forgot that I didn't get a dream till the end of the dream.
Wait, no, yes, you did. Yes, you did. I just remembered. Yes, you did. You dreamed of the day that no, I watched it back and I saw what I gave you. You dreamed of the day that you received your
oh yeah, my hurdy-gurdy.
Your hurdy-gurdy.
Yeah.
And for a moment, the man who the old traveler who pressed it into your arms held it there, and you looked up at him, and just for a moment his face became Winter's face.
That's right.
And he just whispered, "Jolly John, keep collecting your stories."
Yeah. Okay. I got a little bit of goosebumps from that. So I got the best dream, and it's the most important one, and it's the one that he saved for last because it was so important. So that's Jolly John's dream for you. Chrono, what was your dream?
It was buzzing. That's the key there. Lots of buzzing.
Chrono dreamt of buzzing. Yams?
Yams was racing his brother Potato through the forest.
Yams and Potato.
Yeah.
All right.
It's canonical. He was in the same clutch. What should we call it? A giant frog was chasing us.
No, your brother turned into
a giant frog.
He looked for a second, looked like a giant frog. And he was pursuing you instead of racing.
Yeah.
Trixie, go.
I was at my parents' house, and the important takeaway is that I dreamed that a substance was on a window and light reflected it in a certain way that it looked like a yellow gelatinous material, aka honey.
A look-alike of honey.
So honey.
And Nish, did we figure yours out?
Yeah, it was a lot of vague feelings of hunger and loss, but then there was, and he just told me this, but I don't 100% remember, even though we
Creepy
literally
doll.
just did it not half an hour ago. There was a swinging door and like blood and a child. I
The
think
face.
Only one thing more dangerous.
it was a
Child.
face.
Remember the like sad.
Oh yeah, there's
that's
the
right.
half face.
Yeah.
Nice.
And he messaged me something that I don't know if it's a secret because he messaged it to me afterwards.
Don't tell. And Dimitri JK Prue, you dreamed about your grandma?
I'm telling the story.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Yeah, do it. Go.
Oh, Spencer liked that one.
I like how
that
much
one.
Spencer
It was
liked
the
that.
voice. It was the voice. Yeah, it was the
Telling the
voice.
story.
Thank you for appreciating it. She was in the what's it called? The inn that was owned by her grandmother, and she was a small child, and her grandmother was cooking, and she's like, "Now, Prue, make sure not to eat any food that people give you. Always cook it yourself."
Ah.
Oh,
How auspicious.
shit.
And so that's why she's always cooking food for y'all.
Yeah.
And then y'all fucked up, ate
Wait,
the food, and went
but-
blind.
But that was the dream literally just like last night. So you wouldn't have communicated it to any of us.
Oh no, I know, but she's been pretty vigilant about like food this whole time.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean that dreams can be memories, and perhaps that actually happened.
No, it was a memory, wasn't it?
There you go. Dreamed about a memory.
Sorry. And there's one other thing that Yams dreamed. Yams dreamed a little dream of me.
Come on.
I had a dream
on,
about your
man.
mom.
I gotta go.
I thought that with my inside voice, and that's coming from me,
That's Jimmy, king of the inside voice.
king of saying stupid bullshit.
You know what I'm known for? More first word association than James.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I got to do the podcast tonight. Oh, really pulled that one out. Spencer, I'm editing the podcast from now on. So strap in, buddy.
Oh, hey, it's a Monday night.
Yeah.
Alrighty, gang.
You can set the upload time on the website, Dan.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I mean, if you have it done before that time, you can.
I'll do it. I also got auditions to do. I'll be
You
fine.
guys think I'm sometimes too
guys.
mean to my brother? I don't think so.
What's
Hey,
up, Prue?
Hey guys, do you mind if my partner watches?
Oh,
Not at all.
this is a new development.
New dev.
Full lifting of
Introduce.
the Lipton fortune. Just kidding.
Hey yo, what's going on?
Hello.
Hi.
What do I do with my hands? I don't know what to do with my hands.
You say hello,
You
Spencer.
wave with them. You wave.
Or I could do Talladega Nights references.
We
What's your
got it.
name?
I'm Joel.
Hi, Joel.
Hi, Joel.
All of our names are different than what's on the screen. So don't.
Those are our characters.
Those are our characters' names, and you have to know us by our characters' names now.
Okay.
He's like,
Challenge
okay, that
accepted.
one, that one, that one, that one.
He's got a big Amazon interview tomorrow, and he's real stressed out. So I'm like, come watch D&D.
Ooh.
Just
Yeah, no,
Oh,
this
it'll be
will
great.
Get
great.
lost in the story, my dude.
Yeah.
We're oh, speaking of which, so are we all caught up on dreams?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Prudence, do you remember yours? You remembered yours?
Yeah, I told everyone.
Okay,
It was really cute.
I'm sorry, I had it muted. Yeah, never drink, never accept another man's liquor. Which was a piece of advice your grandmother never told you.
Oh.
Yeah, she did.
Mm.
It was
No,
a
she didn't.
memory.
No,
she
she
said
didn't.
it was a memory.
It was a memory. It
Oh.
was a memory until that point.
Oh,
That was the
line
key.
different.
That was the key. The dream was a memory up until that point where she turned to you and said something she had never said before. You don't remember her, or you don't remember her
Oh.
saying, which was never drink another man's liquor.
Interesting.
Well, I think the real memory was never eat food that you didn't make.
That is, I think
Oh.
that is probably the real memory. I'm sure that is to you. Prue.
Well,
We
that's
have
why
not-
she cooks food for everyone.
We have not. Okay, cool, awesome. We have we've canonized a core memory for Prudence, guys.
Hey.
Canon.
In that
Okay.
case, we should prove you missed it. But the barkeep specifically offered bourbon later tonight.
That's true.
Very specifically.
That I will drink.
Before Jolly John pissed him off and rubbed him the wrong way.
Yeah. Also, they ate
Yeah.
breakfast at the restaurant.
Wait,
Crew.
is there honey in bourbon?
I mean, there can be.
If you add it in, it will be.
If you mix it with
Basically,
honey,
we're
There
solving
are-
a murder mystery, and
Wait, is
people are
there-
dying from poison honey.
There are specifically honey bourbons. There are brands of bourbon that use honey and types of bourbon that use honey.
Yeah.
We're just gonna look at you like, really, guys? Really?
It's like
also,
it's like an additive to whiskey. If you add something and honey to whiskey, I think you get bourbon. Is the
mm,
or is
this
like
is oddly specific for someone who's definitely not gonna poison us.
oh yeah.
also
Well,
Trix,
Hey, I had to
Trixie
figure
did
out
not eat the food.
my search history on
McGraw.
Google was fucked for a while, my dude. My FBI agent was going, okay, we actually have to start watching this guy. Like I'm doing research. I promise. I don't want to actually poison anyone.
Okay, we're with the sheriff. We're with
Yes,
the
so,
sheriff.
You and the sheriff, the group and the sheriff, all of you, have just arrived at Dr. Stoll's office. It is a a small building, kind of on the end of the main thoroughfare on the corner of a smaller street. That's more like an alley. A reminder that everything in this town feels very crammed in and very claustrophobic. Everything's kind of like it's almost like everything's kind of built, kind of leaning in over you. It feels very like almost if you've ever seen Ready Player One.
Oh, sure.
The stacks a little bit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like where all the mobile homes were stacked on top of each other.
Right.
Yeah. So it's something like that. but with, it's medieval and fantasy. So yeah, this is a kind of bottom layer corner office. And Jamie says, well, this is the place. I think it's locked. Hang on, I have a key. She pulls out a key and unlocks the door and opens up. And
Drew gives Trixie a breakfast croissant.
Trixie is the only one who said she didn't eat. Yeah.
That's true.
Very good, very good, very good. Okay, and
That's
I'm
because Trixie
going-
was already poisoned somewhat and did not
Oh,
care
right.
for it.
Yeah, yeah, she
So
paralyzed and
happy.
left.
she not happy.
Okay. So, yeah. So the office and examination room are cramped and sparsely furnished or decorated. It is just overall an uninteresting room. There's a small waiting area and office that's separated by a partition, not really a door or like a wall. It's just more like a partition that separates the office and the waiting area. Yeah, it is very much a doctor's office. Like there's the fantasy equivalent of like really shitty magazines sitting on a side table by like two chairs that are really spaced apart from each other awkwardly. And one other chair that faces the other ones for some reason, like specifically, so that you have to look at each other if you're sitting with a stranger. And the office is very much the same way. There is a simple desk, a chair behind it, another chair in front, another single chair in front of it, and then an examination table. That is what you currently find that is what you find when you walk in.
So there's no doors leading to rooms where they would have like the autopsies.
Sorry, yes, there is a door that does lead to a back room, but if you'd like to go through, check that out.
Prue goes to that door. She's ready
Okay.
to see some dead bodies.
Right. So you head to the back room, and there is it is a stone. This room is made from stone. This is one of the you noticed from the outside that the base of these buildings was a stone outline. And in this room you see one wall of that has four kind of what look like large heavy cabinet doors that are made out of a shimmering metal, not shimmering, but like a stainless steel, it looks like. There is one large examination table, what looks to be an examination table, and another table with sets of implements, a couple of stacks of parchment, a pen and quill for notes, and then another door in the back of that room as well.
He goes up to the paper of notes.
Okay.
Because most likely this is going to be recent stuff. So I imagine there would be like notes written down about what's going on.
Oh, we already found those.
But maybe there's more, Dane.
Oh, maybe there's more.
Okay. Okay. So if you're looking through those, make an investigation check for me. What is everyone else doing?
Standing watch.
Remind me, where was the doctor found?
The doctor was found in her office. If you're asking Jamie, Jamie says, she was found by one of her patients in her personal quarters. They're back there behind the examination room. She didn't open the door for an appointment, several appointments, it seems, and one of her patients investigated and found her.
Can we investigate too? Can we see?
Oh, yes, it's just back there where your friend is gone. Anyone else?
Yeah, I'd like
Nish is
to
standing watch.
I'd like to investigate for the silverweed or whatever it's called.
Silverweed.
Mithril moss.
Mithril moss, right?
Silverweed.
Okay, go
Yo,
ahead.
I'm about
and
to
make
get
it.
that sticky,
Close,
icky
Dan.
silver.
Are you searching
baby.
like every room, the entire space, or like are you
I'm looking
searching
for signs of silverweed processing.
mithril
Sorry,
moss?
mithril moss processing.
Okay, like I said, are you searching the entire area, or are you searching one specific room?
Is there a lab type area?
So currently, what you have seen is
The
waiting
autopsy
room,
table, right?
the waiting room, the doctor's office, the autopsy, and what I guess that's the most equivalent of a lab, and then there's
Then-
some personal quarters behind that.
Yeah, the autopsy room, please.
The autopsy lab. Okay, so you are investigating for specifically mithril moss.
Yeah.
Yams, what are you up to?
I'm looking for any spills in her personal quarters. If the thesis is that, she had something and then maybe knocked it over in her being poisoned.
Okay.
What about some thrills? Also, some spills and thrills.
some thrills. Okay.
I'll look for
Chills?
thrills too.
Okay, so Yams, please make an investigation check. Grono,
chill-
what
a
are you
chills
up
check.
to?
Hmm.
Oh yeah, Grono, you
You
said you
directed me
were
to the
already.
personal quarters, so I was
Sorry,
gonna
yes.
work.
You're also doing that. And Trixie, what are you up to?
I guess if they're doing that, I'll go through her desk in the doctor's office and see kind of what the most recently accessed files were, if there are any files that seem odd or out of place. Any
Keep in mind that there is no
notes.
computer system that records how recently accessed the files
File.
were. Yeah.
The files
like
are
any
know.
on the
Yeah, the
deck or any in the
computer.
front.
I know.
I
How-
mean,
Maybe it
like
has some
paper
gum in
files.
it.
How
messing
worn
with
are
you.
the edges of the pieces of paper?
Yeah, like any freshly
Any
inked-
dog-eared ones? I get you.
I don't know,
Okay.
any
She can
charts or
smell
notes
the
that seem.
doctor's scent.
Yeah, I can
All right, go
smell the
ahead.
doctor's scent.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
I'd love to.
Okay. So, all right. Prudence, you said you were looking through those papers in
Yeah, the books in the papers.
so you're looking through the papers in the lab. As you're looking through them, you're not really finding anything pertinent. Only the top two sheets have anything written on them, and they seem to be just like scratch paper. The rest of it is blank. The rest of them are blank pieces of paper, and you kind of infer that this is just was her stack of scrap note paper that she would grab from, and the top two sheets are just what she uses to make sure her quill and pen are working and have ink.
So it's a lot of like improv jokes. written down.
It's a lot of her name, her signature. Dr. What was her name?
Oh,
Yeah,
Shocker.
I'm trying to find her first name.
Jeanette.
Jeanette Stoll. Yes, Dr. Jeanette Stoll. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So yeah, that's all you are able to find there. Yams, remind me what you were investigating again. You were
I was
going
looking
for
for
spills and
spills
thrills.
and thrills.
Spills and thrills. Gotcha. So, and in the personal quarters, okay, and you got a 17. Okay. So, as you enter the small sleeping quarters in the very back of the office, you immediately notice something, and immediately notice a similarity between the two crime scenes. There are definite signs of a struggle of some kind that happened here. Things are knocked over, and there are glasses broken, a table, a small what looks to be a kitchenette table has been knocked over, and let me see, hold on.
What is this person forcing honey down people's throats? Why is there a sign of struggle?
So yeah,
Or
so
they're dying
remember when we
violently.
investigated the previous scene, we looked for signs that there were two people and we couldn't find any.
Oh, that's
only
you were
looked like
you
it
were
was
50-50.
somebody
You were
flailing.
50, you were 50
Oh, sorry,
on,
50-50.
yeah, you were 50-50 on whether or not this was, it's like yeah, you were 50-50 on whether or not this was one or two people, but like it couldn't have been more than that.
I could have
Yeah.
sworn we had a definite answer for that one.
You had a definite suspicion. which is something.
There's
So
no
yeah,
sort of chalk outline or anything like that. Like
no, not
they
really.
didn't like. Do we
Not really.
know?
There is a blood stain on the floor.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Is it shaped like the person?
No.
Oh,
Is it
Yeah.
white blood like a chalk light might maybe?
Hold on. Let me finish what Yam saw. So yeah, like I said, you've got a bunch of broken, there are like glasses, a couple of personal beakers that have been shattered. There's a jar shattered with a pink checkered cloth on it. But as you're looking through these signs, as you're kind of picking through the wreckage of the room, you're thinking back on that conversation that you were having with Trixie and everyone else about whether or not this was one person or two, and you start kind of piecing and putting things together, and you're starting to realize, no, this was definitely not two people. This was just one person convulsing and in the throes of being poisoned. That is with a 17, all you are able to assess.
So we do now know that it makes you violently ill as well. You don't just fall over and croak, you like thrash.
Were we told the physical description of the victims?
Yes, you were.
Like they, as far as like it wasn't like a Game of Thrones, like they're turning purple or whatever.
Kind of, yeah. No, actually, they were.
Okay.
Their tongues purple, their mouths and
That's right.
mouths are red, their eyes are red and puffy. I wrote it all down.
Yeah.
From what we
also they're
heard,
violently throwing up blood.
Yeah,
Yes.
bloody vomit.
Oh, that's where the blood on the ground is from.
Yeah,
And they blow a heart valve.
So, Maddie, I'd like to touch the blood stain to see the last moments of their death, please. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Is that something you can do?
And I was going for a Dark Souls reference.
Oh shit. Oh my god, I know.
Too hard. Nobody
okay,
plays
well,
that. It's too hard.
Moving on to Grono on the next down the line on the investigation check. Grono, remind me again what you were looking for.
I looking for any kind of anything amiss, but also any kind of vegetation or plant that's in there, or anything that I'd recognize.
Okay. You are looking around and you find you don't seem to find anything amiss. You do find her cabinet of medical ingredients. There are all sorts of different kinds of tinctures and powders and a couple of pressed pills. There are all sorts of natural ingredients, herbs of different kinds and different roots, liquids and solids and all sorts of different things in jars and
gases.
But you
And
look around,
solids.
and to the best of your ability, nothing is amiss.
Okay. She doesn't like have any plant life or anything in there, potted plants or anything.
Nothing nothing living. Nothing living. There's no potted plants or anything. She's not growing anything herself. Or she wasn't growing anything herself. There is some vegetation, but it's all like, packaged and bottled.
Okay.
Preserved. Trixie, what were you looking for one more time?
I was looking at the main desk, looking at files, charts, anything.
So you are, okay. So looking through her files, and you don't notice anything in particular about the files. Just standard, patient comes in, is prescribed, gives an ailment, is prescribed a remedy. Patient comes in, is describes an ailment, is prescribed a remedy, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And you look, but what you end up looking at is end up finding is going through those files. You end up looking at her schedule, her calendar, and you kind of go back. and you're going back through it and just looking for anything interesting, and you're not seeing any interesting names really, but you are seeing a lot of the same names, and they seem to be their appointments seem to be growing in frequency. They seem to be coming back more often with different afflictions. And and that's really all you can gather from that. If you'd like to take another look at it, you can have someone else, come and take a look if you think there's more there, but
It's hard to believe that Mint Mobile.
There, it is hard.
What?
But
Do I recognize any names?
Sorry, say again.
Do I recognize any of the names, like of people in the town that we have talked to?
You do see one appointment about 4 months back for Rick Fire Silverbrace. It's reported that he had a cough and some light sniffles.
Does HIPAA apply in this fantasy world? Do we have access to patient privacy rights, or?
It's not really that regulated.
Yeah. Are we the law in this town and have open access?
Essentially, you've been deputized, so
we've been granted open access to all their notes.
yes.
All
The
right,
sheriff
good
is
deal.
with you and has given you free reign to investigate.
Good
Yeah,
deal.
she's-
'Cause Trixie
yeah,
otherwise would not have read that.
No, yeah.
Good
she's
to
giving you
know.
she's giving you free reign to investigate. Jamie is just kind of standing there in the center of the room, just kind of watching everyone what they're doing and trying to like, oh God, this is what I should have been doing. Like,
Yeah. Trixie takes the schedule then, and she'll put it in her bag to show other people later.
okay.
You can't show other people.
Like you
Oh,
guys.
you mean us?
I mean,
I thought you
No,
meant
I'm
she was
just gonna
go
go
about
around
the town
saying,
and
"Did
be
you
like,
see
guess
this?"
who's pregnant?
hey Rick, how's that broken toe working for you?
Yeah. So yeah, the only one you recognize would be Rick Fire and having
Okay.
a cold.
it seems as if we've got a town of hypochondriacs.
You wouldn't know that. She hasn't shared yet.
Nope.
Hey everyone, I found a schedule.
speaking-
Come here.
Well, before we get to that, Jolly John, what you were investigating for?
The mithril moss,
mithril moss.
also on the streets known as silverweed.
That good,
Right.
good.
So, you were searching in the
Laboratory.
yes, laboratory. Right.
You
You are searching through, and you find her. Grono is able to point out her, cabinet of materials, and you go through that pretty meticulously, and are not able to find any mithril moss. Question: are you
Answer.
familiar? How do you know about the mithril moss exactly?
From
Who told you about the mithril moss?
who told? Who's the tattletale? I don't remember. Yeah, Prue.
Prue told Grono and Jolly John.
Oh yeah, right. Okay. Are you familiar? I can't remember. Did you end up? Are you familiar with what it looks like, or
Me or Prue?
your character? Would John be familiar with what it looks like?
I feel like John does drugs.
What?
Okay.
No.
Okay. Roll a history check with advantage because you do drugs.
I think I do drugs.
You're an
Sure, roll a
artist.
history.
I'm
He
an
hits that
artist.
weed and he goes on the hurdy-gurdy. Vibing out, man.
It's called sliding the silver, and I do it all the time.
Okay, dirty 20. All right. So
Everything's
yeah,
dirty with drugs.
Yeah. Okay. So you are very familiar with what mithril moss looks like. You
Yum yum yum.
yeah. You are aware that it is a injected substance.
Mhm.
Oh.
It is not well, not exactly. Sorry.
Like all the good stuff.
Sorry.
Yeah?
I am
Ooh. Uh-oh.
misremembering my own notes.
Uh-oh.
Let me check this. Hang on.
Ay,
Sorry.
caramba.
Sorry, no.
Did you
It
just
is
give a
a
spoiler?
It is not
No.
injected. It is in fact put up the butt. It is a suppository.
no. it
Nobody
is-
likes taking
sorry,
it.
sorry. I was
Everyone loves taking it.
Everyone,
thinking of
nobody likes it. Everyone loves it.
I'm remembering my own drafts and notes from like I was trying to invent this drug, and how was I going to do it? And I was going to have it injected, but then I decided no, that that this drug is consumed in the
Anus.
no, in the for fun fashion
Recreationally.
by recreational. Thank you. God, the recreational fashion by ingesting it and just by eating it. Yeah.
Nice.
So you're looking for that that full root, but you're not finding it. And so you're thinking, well, maybe she was breaking it down somehow. So if she doesn't have any, then well, maybe there are signs of it at least.
I'm looking for the like residues.
Or leave.
You find a mortar
Or
and pestle.
gummies.
You find a mortar and pestle, and
Covered in silver.
in the bottom of it, you kind of, that's mithril moss. It looks like
I rub it in
there-
my gums. I'm like, yeah, that's mithril moss.
And if you go back into, I'll give you this. If you go back into her private quarters, it does not take long for you to notice a shattered a little jar of mithril moss on the ground, about maybe like I think like a few feet behind aside from her bed.
Okay, so I guess the information that I'm gathering, because I already knew she had it somewhere. I've discovered that she breaks it down by grinding it into a powder.
Mm-hmm.
And she has it in.
Once you find that, art, do you continue to investigate any other instruments? Any other of her instruments?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you also find a little bit of residue on a pill press.
And do you take some?
I mean, I took the residue and I in my gums a little bit.
A little buzzy, but
Feels good.
Yeah. But
Makes
yeah,
me
so
feel silver.
you find a little bit in a
Luxury?
pill press as well.
Pill press. Okay, so she's having people ingest this in pill form as a medicine. Or she's just making pills out of ground up silver or
Why not?
moss.
Live
Okay,
a little.
so that's I find that out and I share it with everyone, and I take the bottle of fucking mithril moss, baby.
You'd actually also something you would know with that history check and being a user of mithril moss.
Yeah, give me more.
You would know that it is highly addictive.
Okay, so I'm
And
not doing a lot of it.
Dangerously so.
Okay.
That it is one of the more addictive substances in the world of Exandria.
One bottle.
Dane just became an addict, guys.
Well,
He's gonna have a whole story
Moss.
arc about this.
Nah,
Jolly
Dane's used
John's
it
got to
before.
find other ways to
Dane's
get his
used it before.
jollies.
He knows he's smart about it, or at least
Is he?
he has been up to this point.
He just does heroin sometimes.
just
Yeah. Kind of, it's
socially.
one and it's a one and done possibility. It's like it hooks you like heroin, but it can kill you like ketamine.
Oh, I know what that means.
So he
Dane
only
does.
uses it when he drinks. That's it.
Only
Sorry, not
after
ketamine.
sex and after
Sorry,
MacGyver.
not
is what it
ketamine,
is.
not ketamine. Oh god, the one that's the thing that's
Carotene.
the thing that's been cut with everything in the news
Fentanyl.
lately.
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl. Yeah, it'll kill you like fentanyl. That's what I'm
Oh,
gonna say. Yeah, it'll
well,
hook you
that's
like
fine
heroin.
then.
It'll hook you like heroin, but can kill you as easy as fentanyl.
Okay. I tell everyone. I'm just singing a song about it to anyone who will listen.
How
Trixie,
high is Jolly John?
not very. Trixie, make an intelligence check, please.
Oh, are you trying to? Oh, we have to see if Trixie makes the same conclusion that Emily has already made.
Kinda. Or I mean, if you want, what conclusion is that?
Trixie's a smart cookie.
What conclusion is that?
Well, obviously we need to see which appointments were increasing in frequency and talk to those people because those people were becoming more addictive. So the people that last saw her were the people getting their fix. So they're gonna have some information.
That's very.
Does he know about its addictive
Do you,
nature?
if you're
Yeah.
coming, okay, make it. Yeah, make an intelligence check. Go for it. Just click the intelligence.
Oh, I got it. I
Word
got it.
intelligence. Yeah.
And then I have more thoughts, but let's see what Trixie says.
Okay.
Ooh, girl.
With a
Trixie
10.
not that smart.
With a 10,
Oh.
no, with a 10, 10's fine. 10's fine. Your gut is you've got a gut feeling about this. You've got a gut feeling about this that like if she
Or
was
is it a
pressing
hairball?
if she was pressing something that addictive, it makes sense. And there's something about it was you were reading the notes and you were like looking for all of these details that just weren't there, that should have been there in a doctor that cared. And the notes that you read in the patient file, there were any notes that you did read in the patient file, they were all very callous and very kind of just superficial. You're getting a gut feeling that
They were doctored, but if
that this doctor maybe did not have her patient's best interest at heart.
What?
What?
That is the gut feeling that Trixie is getting right now.
Yes.
From the information of her breaking down a highly addictive substance and pressing it into pills to having multiple patients now with appointments growing in frequency.
So the question is, did they know they were getting drugs or not? Getting
Oh.
recreational. Did they know they were getting
is-
addictive drugs?
That is the
or not?
question. I will say that that Yams, you feel like you could have gone through that room a little bit better and maybe could use some help.
Prue is right behind him.
All
Da,
right.
da, da, da.
Da-da-da-da.
I'll let one of you make one at advantage, or you can both make one check. What would you like to do?
Prue, you go ahead and take this one. At
Is it an
advantage.
investigation?
Yes.
I need to squint real hard. I got a +2 on investigation. What do you got?
You go for it.
So go roll at advantage. Okay.
Ooh.
With a 20.
Hell yeah, get it.
All right.
Nice.
Investigate.
So with a 20, as you are looking through that room, you notice that there is you were looking for notes in the lab, right, Prue? Yeah.
Mhm.
So as you're looking through, you just think, I wonder if she's got any notes in here. That would be a little more private. And so you kind of just start rifling through all her stuff. You're going through her, like, her bedside table, and you find hidden in the back of a cabinet a journal. And-
A diary?
Yep, she had a diary. She kept a diary.
Ooh, juicy. She's gonna share this
And-
with Trixie.
So you and Trixie sit down and start reading.
Insight check for flirty vibes. Who does she have a crush on?
Absolutely no one.
There's
woman,
no names with big
this woman
hearts
was
around.
This woman was the definition of a narcissist.
Oh,
She cared about no one but herself.
Rose.
She came into this town trying to find country bumpkins to take advantage of,
Oh,
and she has been squeezing this town for every copper it can provide, and to the point of getting her patients addicted to their medication so that they will come back and buy.
what a
and buy
jerk.
more.
Wow.
And
That
you-
doesn't sound like a doctor I've ever made.
Ah,
She has a she says she mentions having a stash hidden, a couple hidden in the border of the woods, and was discussing leaving town within the next year.
Does
I
it
go recover the
mention-
stash.
It's like a good, like about half mile away from your current
Never mind.
location.
I don't
So.
do that.
There's no like, and there's no specific map. She just mentioned hiding it out in the woods. You don't exactly know where. Sorry.
Does it say any names or descriptors of suppliers, partners in this, anything like that? Anybody
She
else that
does
knows
mention-
about her business?
She does mention, if you go back far enough, she does mention acquiring a mithril moss contact through the owner of the Millside Motel, Rickfire Silverbrace. But he's just another country bumpkin that she is taking advantage of because he's stupid and will take like 10 silver for
This is like a burn book.
he will take 10 silver, something specifically that she mentions. He will take 10 silver for something that is worth 50 gold. So
And none for Gretchen Wieners.
that is what you find on Dr. Jeanette Stoll.
What an awful person.
Well, I can't say this about many people, but I don't think I would have liked her.
Can we confirm that it was her handwriting in this and not something plantings?
Go
Someone
ahead,
planting this?
make an intelligence check. If anyone would like to help, I will allow advantage, or if someone has a better intelligence modifier.
What's your intelligence, Trixie? We both have 2, right?
Probably. I don't know.
I'm not the smartest man in the world.
Well, I assume it's going to be with Trixie since I'm showing her
Minus
the
2.
journal.
2.
Why don't you roll advantage?
Okay.
Okay. 15. Yep, this is definitely her handwriting. You compare it to her other notes, to her files, definitely her handwriting.
It's definitely her handwriting.
She was, and it wasn't really even hidden very well either. Like
She didn't even
honestly,
hide it very well.
like, and she's talking like she never thought she was going to get caught.
She clearly never thought she was going to get caught.
Clearly.
I don't think she was much of a learned person.
So
Yeah. What's the? I've just been looking. I've been keeping an eye on things on the
Oh.
outside.
yeah.
Have I feel like I've kind of been like I honestly I feel like I straight up waited outside and I'm like
Okay.
I'm just sort of trying to not very successfully be to be discreet
Mhm.
about the fact that I am on the lookout.
Okay.
Big bodyguard Nish, definitely
Yeah.
not on the lookout.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
I can roll a die. I don't think I've done that yet because I'm opening my
What?
character sheet. Deception, you said? No. Which one?
Yes, I want you to lie the people out of
Lie about
hiding.
it.
All the
Perception.
assassins that have
It's
been
really bad.
surrounded.
I'm always a lookout, but I have a -3 to perception. That's a 2. But this is what I do.
All right. Yeah, you're all clear. All clear.
I feel good. I
clear.
feel like I'm helping.
Yeah, you definitely you don't even see the rock, the little pebble that whacks you in the side of the head.
Oh, it hurts though.
You
Is it?
yeah. Do you
I
turn to you see a shaggy head kind of poking around from around the corner.
It's our boy.
Why
How
is he
far
throwing
away?
rocks at Nish, though?
About like 10, 15 feet maybe tops.
Hiding behind like a barrel. Yeah. I
No, like yeah, like the corner of a building, like an alleyway.
Okay. I kind of I guess I'd wave back at him.
A small hand kind of sticks out.
I call out, are you hungry?
Muko.
Oh, yeah.
I reach
He
in my
kind- he kind
pack
of-
and
he kind of sticks his head out a little more.
I guess I reach out in my pack and I kind of like grab a morsel or whatever we got.
I think
like a
Prudence-
bread,
I
a piece of
think
bread,
Prudence
maybe.
I think Prudence did pack sandwiches last night.
Yeah, I get a like a diagonally cut one, right? No crust, and he's a kid. And I kind of
Always cuts off the crust for her friends.
yeah, certainly Prue has wrapped it in something too. I'm certain.
Mhm.
And so I kind of like place I take, if he's 15 feet away, I take
Yeah.
5. I get 5 feet up.
kinda-
I put it on the
He kind of
ground,
shies back a little bit, as
and
you
then
approach.
I kind of take a step back and gesture to it.
He takes a tentative step out.
It's peanut butter and jelly, by the way.
Okay. He takes a tentative step out, and you can see he looks very much like, I'll bring it up again because we all love him. Why not? He looks very much like this photo. He's dressed in like kind of brown rags. He's got twigs and leaves kind of stuck in his hair. His feet are, the bottoms of his feet are like pitch black. He's got, dirty, like he's got kind of longish, dirty fingernails, but that actually aren't as long as you'd expect for some reason.
As he's using them to
as you kind of get closer, but as you kind of get closer, as he gets closer to you, I won't make you make a perception check. This is just fun. And he reaches out and kind of just squats there like he's doing in the center of the road, in the center of the little alleyway that you guys are standing in, and just starts unwrapping and just starts chowing down. And as you look, you see his toenails and fingernails are have look to have been cut.
Oh, like
clipped.
Nicely.
At some point, at least. Like
So he goes to the local spa for his mani-pedi.
it looks like that they have been trimmed at some point, and maybe like within the last like 2 weeks or so.
Let me ask you this, Maddie. How in D&D do people get their nails trimmed?
Huh?
In this world,
either
Eldore.
either very finely with a dagger or some kind of blade, like some kind of small blade, or with magic.
Oh.
Magic
can I
mani-pedi.
ascertain how good they're done, but like how good a job is it? Is it like
Pretty good.
nicely
Yeah,
done?
pretty rounded, pretty like nice, well-rounded nails. No ingrowns, nothing. But he just he kind of like chows down and kind of like looks up at you halfway through, and just kind of like, he's like, his jaw is really working on the peanut butter. It's kind of giving him some trouble, it looks like. And he just kind of like looks up at you and goes like, mouthful, and then sprints off, just kind of like on like one hand still shoving in his mouth, while on the other 3 just kind of like.
How fast he going?
He's pretty quick, and you see him kind of like leap onto a barrel, and from there onto a low-hanging roof, and scamper off.
I want to chase him.
What? You want to chase him?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Like not aggressively, but
from
like,
lookout to
okay,
pursuer.
Make, oh boy,
he showed up twice now, so I'm kind of just like, what are you doing?
Make a perception check.
Oh, I'm bad at those. You know this.
7.
That's a crit. That's a crit though.
Hey.
Hold on. Okay, shit. Yeah, all right. You so without saying a word to anyone, you kind of just like trot off down the road following him. Are you trying to like be right hot on his heels, or are you trying to kind of like stay back?
I guess I'm trying not to lose him because I don't feel like I'm capable of being stealthy, but I'm also, if at all possible, trying to make it not like I'm chasing him. I'm just following him.
Are you trying to be not see? Are you trying to make him not see you following him?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
You're not trying to. Okay, so as you kind of trot along, looking up at him, he kind of looks back at you and kind of like, with a wide look on his face, kind of cuts to the side and like increases his speed. I'd like you to make another perception check for me.
Oh no.
This is a
14.
Okay. The DC is still getting higher, but you're keeping with it. I'm
good at fast
Go,
things,
Nish,
like
go.
acrobatics and athletics
Yeah.
also.
Yeah, you start. So you leap a barrel and hop onto a roof after him, because at this point he's going over places where you can't follow on the ground.
Did we lose Spencer?
Yeah.
Oh, we did.
Bye, Spence.
Oh, did he go?
We love you.
Oh no.
Did
Did he say
something?
anything?
He always
No.
has. He's been having internet problems for a
Oh,
while.
okay. No worries. All right. Well, yeah, Nish. So you are running along this building, and you're keeping pace with him, but he is like looking back and kind of panicking a little bit. And are you doing anything differently, or are you just kind of like, blank face running after him?
I wanna wave at him, and I don't know. Like, oh, we're having fun is like,
Chasing you, child. We're having fun.
This is us.
I guess
Having fun.
maybe I can maybe to emphasize this, maybe I can kind of as I'm running, reach into my pack and try and grab another sandwich piece. Like, oh.
Okay. Make a persuasion check with disadvantage. Ooh.
It's a 3.
Yeah. He kind of smiles at you and but keeps up his speed, and as you're keeping eye contact with him, he kind of glances down, and you kind of look down. You are about to run off of the edge. I'd like you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Hell yeah. 13?
13. You kind of, oh shit, and barely are able to skid to a halt at the edge. You didn't have quite enough to make the jump. I'm sure you could have if you had seen it earlier. And as you kind of catch your balance and look up, he is gone.
Before he gets too far away, I sort of just yell out, "You'll know where to find us if you want more food."
Okay.
And I kind of leap back rooftop. I'm just like, I'm on the roof now. Let's just take the roofs.
This is just what I do. I am the Hulk.
All right. As Nish is heading back to the doctor's office, what is going on inside the office?
Rave.
Crab rave.
Just a reminder, this is also where the bodies have been stored. If there's anything you wanted to look for that you didn't already know about the bodies.
He left over cash. No, I'm just kidding.
Let's get in those guts. Let's see what's in those guts.
Okay.
I don't think Trixie would want to look at the dead bodies.
I'm not sure any of us are qualified to find whatever information.
Yeah, I mean, none of us are really medical, except apparently Yams.
You don't have to. I was just letting you know that.
Sure.
I remember.
I mean,
I guess the reason you were going there wasn't because they were just stored there, was because that was the medical records and where they were looked at. So I guess okay.
Trixie's all for somebody else looking at the bodies. She just personally would not want to do that.
Well, I would kind of want to know if there was any connection to the poisons that were used to this doctor.
If
Especially
the bodies
now
all
that,
look the same in terms of symptoms.
yeah, I mean, in the reports that we got, they do, according to, and correct me if I'm wrong, they all did display the same symptoms of bloody vomit.
First two victims were the exact same. There was no record on Dr. Stoll.
Right.
What about the third one?
That was Dr. Stoll.
Yeah.
Is her body stored there?
Yes.
Okay, well, we should look at her body.
Yeah, let's take a look at it.
Am I back yet? Or am I?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, Nish would probably be the best one to look at a dead body.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'll do it, but I'm not there.
So yeah, I guess, yeah, let's take a look at the good doctor, see if she was poisoned. But I guess I looked for mithril moss instead of poison, but that's where my brain was at.
Hey,
I was looking around for poison and plant and stuff.
You solved one of the town's mysteries.
Oh, why people were getting more sick?
Yeah, or not exactly getting more sick, just feeling fucking awful and really needing some medicine.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
So you're looking at at her body.
Yeah.
Okay. So you inquire with the sheriff, and she says, "Oh, right. She should be this one." And there's 4 cabinets that are like stainless steel cabinet doors on the stone wall, and she goes to the bottom right one, opens it up, and pulls out a slab that is of stone that is gently kind of hovering in the air.
No.
Um,
Magic.
oh, it's just a basic spell. I think one passing adventurer may have done it for her or something. I don't know.
Listen, Sheriff, if we cease to marvel at everyday's mundane glories such as a hovering stone, then we cease to enjoy life itself. And I choose to be in wonderment in the smallest of miracles.
Well, consider my mind changed. I'll
sing a song about it.
So yeah, on the slab, you see a woman with hold on one second. You see a woman with grayish blonde hair. It's greasy. It's kind of clamped to her skull a little bit.
She's a dirty doctor.
Definitely has. She was definitely poisoned the same way. Her
Okay.
eyes are bright red. The mouth is red. The tongue is purple and swollen, sticking out. Her face is like completely red and everything.
I mean, I guess we need to figure out how the poisons were administered to the body, correct? Now, we've been poisoned previously by darts. So perhaps we need to take a look. Maybe a couple of us are looking for darts.
You did find in the autopsy reports that neither of the first 2 victims had any kind of wounds or puncture wounds or.
Well, we know one of them was the oatmeal with honey in it. They oatmeal and they had honey in the oatmeal.
Did you know that?
We did. We
I don't think
investigation checked that.
I don't remember confirming that information.
I don't think it was confirmed. We knew that was the cause. That was just the food that was.
There was
around the body.
oatmeal. There was honey in that bitch.
So you are saying, so you are inferring. You can say that you're inferring, but confirmed is a different thing. The DM confirms, you infer.
Sorry.
You're good. You're all
Drew
good.
knows though. I'm just kidding.
That's fine.
We know.
That's fine. You can know, but only I know.
I'm assuming, and Trixie has her hand over her eyes like this.
Oh
like,
yeah.
I'm assuming that someone checked all her pockets and everything like beforehand before she was put over here.
Yeah, she didn't have many personal effects. It seemed that she was in her nightgown when she was found.
Okay, fun. Okay, that's great.
So
Thank
perhaps,
you.
so and Jamie says, "Oh, maybe she was about to go to bed." Is that something?
That's really helpful. Thank you, Jamie. That's such good inferring.
All right. At least I can do something around here.
Drew says, "Well, how did she get slipped honey?" I think is what we need to try considering.
Jamie kind of double takes. You think honey was the culprit here?
I'm getting the feeling.
Well,
I think we need to go talk to the honey producer lady.
I
Grandma
do
Linda?
agree.
Yes.
I didn't realize she was in the room. Oh,
No,
Jamie?
Jamie is, yeah. I mean, she's the sheriff. She's the one. She's like,
it's a suspicion at this point. It is not confirmed.
Very true.
Well,
Everyone's a person of interest
I
at this
mean-
point.
I mean,
Even
everyone,
you.
and that. Well, I would hope not, but all right. I guess I understand.
If you were a
Um,
good sheriff, you'd understand.
I do. I do. I just said I understand.
Good.
Um,
But we like you, Jamie. We love you, Jamie. We adore you.
Yeah, you're great.
an absolute
But,
delight.
well,
Your doll.
if
You
it was,
are a doll. You're a Barbie doll. We love you. You're my
You're a
little rainbow
literal
bright
Barbie
girl.
doll. You're Cowboy Barbie.
You're my little rainbow bright. I love you. But we
I'm
do
gonna ask you
also
all to
think
stop
you're a
making fun of
murderer.
me now. Well, it might be a little bit difficult to ascertain whether it's the honey. I mean, I think everyone in town has at least one jar or two of
Has a
of
honey
Grandma Linda's
addiction.
honey. Of Grandma Linda's honey. It's the best you've ever tasted.
But someone could be adding something to the honey that is poisoning people.
Well, that would be
Not exactly the person making the honey.
goodness. They would add to Grandma Linda's honey.
It may not be Grandma Linda.
The very same.
You're not even hearing it.
Who would do
I
that to
know.
Grandma Linda? Who would want?
Let's stay focused.
Oh,
How
I'm
did the
sorry.
doctor get the honey in her system?
Well,
What did
hold
she
on.
have
And
for
she
dinner?
hold on, and she goes back into the personal quarters, and she look, and you hear kind of go, huh, I knew it, and come here, and she calls you guys back in, and she points and she says, look, and she points out on the table that was knocked over, a few feet from it is a shattered teapot and a stain on the floor
Oh.
from tea.
What goes in tea?
Honey.
Sugar.
Nope. Yes.
Love.
First one, yes. Second one, no. In that order.
Well,
The old lady looks like she's
well, wait, hold on. What
Taking
was
people
the
out.
connection to the first one?
Is the first one?
What was the connection to the Vardo, to the merchant? How did he get?
his oatmeal.
Oh my God.
Oh my
Well,
God.
what about okay, well, what about Mr. Figs?
We don't know yet. So
Well,
maybe
we
we
should-
should do that first before we confront the old lady.
Well,
Yeah.
all right. It's up to you. I can tell you where her place is, or I can take you to either place. Where would you like to go?
Where
I
did
think
he
we should-
die?
It was in his residence.
We should go to his residence.
All right. There was also his daughter was the one that found him. If you'd like to interview her at any point, I believe she's staying at a friend's house.
Can you have her go to his house and we'll meet her there?
I don't really feel comfortable asking a young girl to return to the scene where she found her father poisoned.
Yeah, no, I think we should do. I think investigating the next scene so we have as much firepower or evidence as we can.
Or we can split the party.
Nah, I don't want some of us to die. Last time we got poisoned, we almost all died anyway. So,
Well, some of us did.
well, what I'm saying is that if we get attacked in a similar way, then whoever gets attacked is as good as gone unless we're all together. So I think keeping the party strong is the way to.
I also think we shouldn't be eating or drinking anything given to us. She looks around at the people who ate breakfast this morning.
Yeah, I trust those fellers. They seem like
Oh, honey and egg.
But the people giving them their food that they cook for you.
I have a sneaking suspicion that maybe Mr. Fig had done something unsavory to the town. Now, what we got
Is
so
Mr.
far,
Fig?
Mr. Fig is the other dead, the farmhand who's dead.
I
Now,
think he was caught. He saw something he wasn't supposed to see.
well, so far we've got a philanderer who wanted to start a brothel and a crooked doc. Now I'm getting a vigilante vengeance vibe, a cleanse the town of ne'er-do-well vibe. So I think if we could confirm my suspicions by investigating this farm hand and seeing if he was involved in any dirty dealings.
Even more of a reason why we should be more careful about what we consume. Though,
I'm not going to
because
eat any
we
honey.
are stirring up trouble.
If that's what you're asking, I'm not going to be eating any honey.
Did y'all want information on Mr. Figs?
Yeah, what do you got for us?
We
Sure.
need to see how
Well-
dirty the farmer is.
Well, I mean, I got some town gossip, but that's just about it. really.
That's where we're going to start.
Well, word around the town was, I mean, everyone knew he was a drinker. Everyone knew that he was always at the strong brew, or at the mill side, just drinking away, or he was buying it from the general store.
Yeah. Keep going.
He had a wife and a daughter. Daughter's name was Darla. Daughter's name is Darla. Wife's name was Mary Ann. Mary Ann disappeared about 2 years ago, when people started asking about where she was. Darla was just crying and all sad, didn't know nothing, and her father, Mr. Figs, was saying that she had run off with some traveler that had come through and stolen her heart away.
RUNNOFT.
So a lot of people seem to believe that that is not a true story. Now, that's where the gossip starts. Everything I've told you up to now has been fact. This is where the gossip starts.
I'm marking it down.
A lot of people say that maybe she didn't run off, and maybe
She was murdered.
Maybe he did her in, because he was never the smiley type.
Sheriff, how much stock do you put in that?
I try not to put too much stock by rumor. I try to put stock in evidence.
Sure.
And unfortunately, there was none. We did make an inquiry, but with no body, there's no real way to be sure of anything. Is there?
Now, what are the reports of how he treats his daughter? Do we know that?
I personally am not aware. I did make a check-in at the time. This was 2 years ago, and the girl was just an absolute mess. But her father did say that he would, take care of her. I have been quite swamped as the only official, so making checkups has been
well, you and your deputy.
Yeah, it was well, Jermaine is really more company, really. He uses the term deputy as
moral backup than actual
exactly
policing.
I mean, there's never been anything dangerous that has ever happened in town. This is the most excitement we've ever got.
Sure.
So yeah, it kind of maybe fell a little bit to the wayside, and that's on me.
I think we need to talk to the daughter.
How many summers is Darla?
I think she'd be 16 now.
Yeah, I think we should talk to the daughter.
All right.
Darla
Next
ran
time.
off.
Really cute.
Darla's missing, right?
And yeah, so do we want to save that for next
Yes,
time?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys, as you guys head off to are you guys going to see Darla, or are you going to
Darla?
Yeah.
No, let's go to the scene of the crime first. We don't want to.
Wait,
Well-
did I misunderstand? I thought Darla was missing.
No,
The
Darla
wife
found his body and is staying at a
Oh.
friend's place.
I
Oh, okay.
We should confirm that he was poisoned by honey first
Well,
before we go to
so
her.
we have his body here with us, so we'd have to do an autopsy to see if he ingested honey, unless we
No, we
find.
could just go to his house and see if he ingested anything.
Well, this was a while. I mean, yes, we essentially we could, but my assertion is that he's a piece of shit, and I think that we're gonna get from her that he was a piece of shit. The fact of the matter is, we know he was killed in the same way as the others, and we know the two others were killed with honey. So the fact of the matter is, like, I guess the sheriff will probably want real hard evidence like that. But I'm more interested in the tale behind it, in that this shows motivation, three motivations to kill the same people in the same way with the honey. So I guess that's why I'd prefer to talk to the daughter first, and then maybe send the sheriff to see the method of death, since we're kind of more on track of motivation, since we've already figured out how they're dying in general. And that's why I think we should talk to Darla. In summation, next time on The Winds of Winter. You're muted.
Okay, yeah. So you guys head off to the friend of the Figs family to go interview Darla. Let me see. Wait. What was her? Yeah, I think she had a like a cool name, I think.
Darla did?
Yeah, I think she had a cool name.
Her name was
Hold on.
Darla Did.
No,
Darla Dawn did it.
Patricide. Darla Fitzsimmons. There we go. Darla Fig Simmons. Fig Simmons.
Fig Simmons.
Yeah. Hyphenated. So yeah, as you go to pick up Darla Fig Simmons, we will find out what happens next time on the
Hey,
dude, you guys.
We're into it.
You guys are so into it. I'm really glad you guys are, like, really getting, like, I did not expect you guys to care so much about things like medical records. So that was nice to be able to use.
Emily is a doctor.
I know.
And
but
I
like,
work in the medical field too.
And also,
I know. I just, like,
Spencer is a scientist.
Spencer's a scientist.
Why did I make one of the victims a doctor? Well, because yeah.
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 You should have made one of them an optometrist and then made these like awful claims
It's
about
an eye crime.
I
The honey went in her eye.
if you want to know some background, I actually, yeah, a few meta secrets about this campaign. First of all, I almost made all of the victims like terrifying copies of people from real life, of like weird like parallels, but I was like, that is too fucked up for a D&D game.
That's too dark, man.
That is too dark.
Too
We are
dark.
not playing, like, I did not pitch this as a horror game.
Right.
But I did keep some of the darker themes from it, from that original idea. So which is like, why we have the theme of the, like, the awful doctor, the guy, the salesman. So that was one.
And why the poison deaths are so violent.
Yeah, kind of. I really
just be
wanted
like, oh no, they fell asleep, I'm poisoned.
I'm trying to, like, yeah, I'm trying to build a vibe that I will kind of describe to you guys when it's all said and done. But the second thing, that merchant that you met in Sinquil Drathamir, the scene you walked up on of the old man sitting and holding counsel with a bunch of the old kind of homeless looking man holding counsel with a bunch of young, well-dressed adventurers. That is something I saw happen in real life.
Oh,
I was walking from my apartment to my car, and sometimes I have to park like a block away. And what separates that street and the street that my house is on is a little park. And so I'm walking through this 1-block park to get to my car, and I see this older houseless guy, like looking very much in the classic hobo style, and
No
sitting,
discount. No discount.
Yeah, exactly. No discount. Sitting in a circle, he's not sitting. He's standing in the center of a circle of camping chairs, of like those fold out camping chairs, and sitting around are a bunch of like 30 something, a bunch of like 20 or 30 somethings, like, millennials dressed in nicer, obviously have homes, somewhere to go to, clean clothes, and they're all just sitting around,
just listening,
just listening to him talk, and he's just kind of holding court there. He's just kind of holding court and just like he's standing.
Yeah, that's evocative.
There's a seat behind him, and I walked past that scene. I was like, I'm putting that in D&D. And it just it was just such a beautiful scene that I witnessed.
Cool.
And also, words have meaning, and that's all I'll say. But yeah, I'm glad you guys
Little
are
tidbit
enjoying
there,
this.
huh?
I'm glad you guys are enjoying this.
Enjoying it.
I'm really happy.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see each other on the 24th. Yes.
Should be.
Okay.
And that is going to be looking like either the last one, or if you guys really stretch this out somehow,
really stretch it out.
the second to last session of mine. So maybe start prepping who's DMing next.
It's me.
Oh yeah, we're going back to you.
And we're going back. You guys have a Nautilus, baby.
Yeah. We still haven't finished that.
You have the big ship now. You have the Nautiloid.
We stole a ship.
You
Are
stole.
we ever gonna figure out that murder mystery?
Let's find out. If you guys want to continue investigating it, but there have been some pressing matters. All right. But those matters have resolved, so who knows?
Now there's nothing stopping us.
We won the war.
You did win the war. Congratulations.
Park it?
What's that?
I said, where are we gonna park it?
We have two. We have a ship and an Nautiloid now. Jesus.
I mean, there's the haunted mansion.
There is the haunted mansion. There is that. All right, guys. Sleep well. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I don't know. It was good to see everybody. Have a good night.
Have a good
Feel
night,
better,
guys.
Emily.
Thanks,
Better.
Maddie.
Thank you so much for
Thanks,
sticking
Maddie.
through the whole
you did
time,
it.
by the
Look at
way.
you.
Look at me. I did
at you.
it.
You're an
Thank
adult.
you so much.
I am an
All right.
adult.
Good night, everybody. Bye.
Good night.